We're here, game 2, BC versus Merrimack in the Hockey East quarterfinals. Last night was insane. If you don't know what happened there, it's in the previous video. So here we go. Hopefully BC can close it out tonight. What do you want to win, sir?
BC.
You sure?
Yes.
Who do you want to win one more time?
BC.
All right. There you go. Who do you want to win tonight?
BC.
And why is that?
BC rules.
Who won last night?
Boston College, 1-0. Ha
All right, so we're in a section of all BC fans right now, all three of us. It's still like an hour before the game. The whole Merrimack band is here again. They have a really good turnout. Hey, well, let's get that reaction to the Merrimack band being here one more time. All right.
I think about Merrimack.
Through the first period, no score, pretty even so far. Both teams came to play. Whoa. And Merrimack's had a couple of close calls, but so has BC. First intermission, really close game, pretty even first period. I was kind of saying before the game, if this goes 1-0 again, that would be really incredible. So I'm kind of hoping for that, but it's so unlikely. It's only the first intermission. Nothing BC midway through the second, 8 minutes to go. Same spot they scored last night, just through the halfway point of the second period. Maybe this will be a repeat. How awesome would that be? And this guy over here just missed it because he went to get a beer. 1-0 BC and you were at the concession stand. Yeah, only goal we might see all night. It takes a couple of quick ones, about 3 minutes apart. Now Merrimack's on the ropes. Both even strength goals. There has not been any penalties in this game so far. Oh, crap. Well, 2-1. BC still ahead by a goal. Oh, I thought... Yeah, that could be bad for momentum. BC goes ahead 2-1 just to give one right back. It's a game again. Wow. 19 seconds apart. BC scored with 4:40 to go. Merrimack just now with 4:21 to go in the second. But they're reviewing something. That was a quick review. No, they're done. That was a quick review. They said it was a goal. Just like that, goes from being 0-0 to 2-1 in about 3 minutes. Couple of decent shots for BC, but the Merrimack goal just trickled over the line. Well, what do you got to say now? At least you weren't getting a beer during all of that. Huh? You weren't getting a beer during all of that, at least. You saw 2 of them. Almost second intermission, a very different game than we had a few minutes ago. BC still ahead by 1. 2-2. The final 30 seconds of the second period, Merrimack just scored. But it was on the power play. Up until a moment ago, there had been no penalties at all for either side in this game. Even some calls where fans for both teams at times were like, how do you not call that? There's at least 3 penalties, obvious penalties they could have called each way for each team so far, and they didn't. And then they call a penalty on BC for roughing. That was a roughing penalty on BC, right? They call a roughing penalty on BC that didn't even look like anything, and it leads to a goal. I'm a little ticked off right now. I know. And then one penalty that doesn't even look like a penalty. We're all sitting up here going, what's the penalty for? What did he do? Second intermission, 2-2. Unbelievable. That's what we were just saying. They don't call nothing all night. And
Oh my God, underwear, you know.
What?
Merrimack sucks.
What do you think about that penalty on BC?
Bullshit.
Hey, what do you think about that one penalty on BC all game that wasn't even deserved? It's like, I mean, just a little bit ticked off right now. It's second intermission, 2-2, and BC was up 2-0. It was 2-1. BC still up by a goal. All right. We're gonna go to the locker room with the lead. And then they call this just really crappy penalty that we just don't even know why it was a penalty. A BC player in the corner got called for roughing, and they've been letting everything go all night. Everything. There's been at least 3 penalties for each team, like obvious stuff like hooking, boarding, stuff like that they just let go. They had no whistles tonight. And then they call a questionable boarding call that leads to a goal that now it's a different game. Like I don't know how you can do that. I mean, what do you have to say about that? Like, did you even see boarding? Like, we were looking right at it. It happened at our end of the ice. Did you even see? Did you see any roughing? Nothing. Nothing. I don't know why that was a penalty. Alright, in that last clip I said boarding. It was actually a roughing call, which is even more discretionary than boarding on the referee's part. Which is like a game where they're not calling anything and they call a very, very discretionary call, roughing. And again, let's talk to this guy one more time. What have the referees been doing tonight?
Awful. They haven't called jack all night.
Yeah, until now, until when it screws us. 3-2 BC! 4 minutes in! Yeah! 4 minutes into the third, back on top. Let's hope this lead can stand up. Unbelievable. It's still 3-2. BC's ahead. But another penalty on BC. This has been very, very one-sided officiating tonight. They've been letting them play all night, and now we got 2 penalties on BC. That one that I was complaining about earlier, and now this one. Very, 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 very one-sided officiating. Come on. Come on, man. I just missed getting it on video, but that was about the closest thing you'll see to a fight in college hockey. Lots of rough stuff after the whistle there. I really wish they would allow fighting in college hockey. It'd be more exciting. Big collision in the BC defensive end. Injured player was just helped to his feet for BC. And of course, with the officiating we're getting tonight, there's no penalty forthcoming. That easily could have been boarding or charging or something. BC has not had one power play tonight. 8 minutes to go, 3-2 still. 3-3. Merrimack just tied it, 4:55 to go in the third. Might be going to OT. All that noise in the background is all those Merrimack fans across the ice. There's a lot of them. Just like last night, a whole bunch of them. 1 minute to go in the third, still tied at 3. Under a minute, actually. It was like 40 seconds when I said that. Overtime. 3-3. Overtime just started. Let's see what happens. So BC just got called for hooking in overtime. Another penalty on BC. There have been no penalties on Merrimack in this game. None. And one of those penalties on BC led to a goal. We shouldn't even be playing in overtime right now. Oh, good save. Finish. I don't even know what to say.